Hello, this is the trade site U.S. stocks and futures market preview and domestic economic data roadmap for the week beginning Monday the 9th of April and ending Friday the 13th. Ooh, spooky. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. Not really anything pretty there. There's a buy signal on the S&P cash index. We'll look at that in a minute. But other than that, this is not a pretty looking chart. This is, let's just say if we break 25 30 or so, whatever that number is from the lows in February, and don't recover the same day pretty sharply, it's not going to be a pretty looking chart. That's all I can tell you. All right, let's go through the major indices. So we've got crude oil down $1.60 to 61.95. So the new highs we were coming near the other week, we've now moved away from those. Gold up $5.40 after being lower. That doesn't really matter. Doesn't really affect us. S&P cash index down 58.37. Keep in mind, again, we had that 13 buy signal on Monday. So the S&P cash has a buy signal. The buy signals are always relevant until they fail. If they fail hard, especially if they fail fast, and this is fast. So if we break, you can see where the risk line is. That's the pink line. But if we even just break, on the S&P cash index, I would say that 25-30 level, look out. Nothing pretty there. Stocks down 40. NDX down 161.63. Can't claim that. Tried to, got above it for a day, and then can't claim. Remember, this floating island reversal is still in place, but can't reclaim the 10-day moving average. Biotech's down 98.77. New closing low on the biotechs since, I believe, last June. Nothing positive about that. The VIX closes up 255 at 21.49. The trend closes. Now, this is the high reading on the trend. So this is going to keep at 3.04. This is going to keep that 10-day moving average high for a while. It's currently 1.29. So we don't really need to worry about a sell signal there. The NASDAQ volume was 2.3 billion. It's all right. Average for the week, basically. Advanced decline ratio. This is interesting. This is what we've seen. The advanced decline ratio has not made sense. There have been days where the NASDAQ's up and it's negative. There have been days where the NASDAQ's down and it's positive. So here we are down. NASDAQ losing 161 points, and you got a positive advanced decline ratio by 685, but on the S&P, or on the NASDAQ, on the New York side, negative 1686, very negative, way more stocks down than up. Google loses 22.69. That's not new closing recent lows at all, but it's not pretty. Apple down 4.42. Here's the big one, of course. Amazon down 46.52. Netflix down 5.12. Tesla down 6.42. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up $1.31. Goldman Sachs loses 5.84. We had a winning day in futures, winning day in Forex. I'm sorry, in stocks. Forex, nothing triggered. Dow was down almost 600 points. Nothing pretty going on here in the markets. All right, let's look at the intraday action in the futures. So here's the ES, and you can see in 5-minute charts first. Let's look at it. Almost a floating island, not quite. Gapped up on Thursday, pretty much a dead day. Gapped down on Friday and went lower there, but there's overlap, so it's not technically a floating island. And the NASDAQ side, same deal. But if we go look, as we usually do here on the weekend previews, let's look at the 10-minute charts so we can see the whole week. And as a week, we're obviously negative for the week. We got Monday was a big down day. Tuesday gapped up, wiggled, and then closed higher. Wednesday gapped down, but recovered and actually shot up. Thursday was the gap up, got a 13 sell signal. Nothing much happened after that. And then Friday back down. So down for the week there. On the NASDAQ side, look at the 10 minutes. It's the same story. Down for the week. All right. So we really need to hold these levels. I don't know what else to say. It's very important that we do. If not, we're going to end up, well, let's just say anything under, like I said, about 25-30 on the ES or on the S&P cash index. And we're probably in a bit of trouble. Let's look at the economic data coming out this week. Monday has nothing. Tuesday, NFIB Small Business Index at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. PPI an hour before the bell. Wholesale inventories 30 minutes in. CPI an hour before the bell on Wednesday. Crude oil an hour in. 10-year bond auction. The Fed minutes, meeting minutes, and the federal budget balance at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday, unemployment claims. It's an hour before the bell, along with import-export prices. An hour into the markets, natty gas. Friday's preliminary University of Michigan sentiment number and JOLTS job opening. So nothing really serious this week. no Fed meeting, all that type of stuff. We will be beginning earnings here shortly. Not this week, but the week after, really. I'll take a look at that, see how the layout goes. It seems to get shifted a little bit lately. But we are about to enter earnings season, and we all know what that means. Plus, the corporate guidance coming out of those earnings calls for what's ahead could be significant for the market, anyways. So that's what's more important than the actual numbers. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.